everybody, Martin here, back with another Legacy League match in this round 4, playing Arbiter Taxes. We have won the dice roll, so that's pretty sweet. Let's be on the play. Yeah, this is a decent enough hand, I think. Let's go ahead and keep it, and let's save the cavern. Because if they want to force of will this Mother of Runes on turn 1 is fine, and maybe we want to use the Cavern on Cleric. Actually, Mom is a Cleric. Cavern on Cleric? Nah, probably not. We'll see. Alright. Island Preordain. Okay. I am thinking Storm or Omni. That seems like good guesses. They bottom top. So the question is, do we want to be porting here or shutting off fetch lands? Or we could just be Thaliaing. Yeah, Cavern on Human, Thalia. I think she's just too good. Let's attack with Mom, because we are up against it. Unless we are in the Wilson Hunter School of Miracles with the Singleton Preordain, in which case plain Source to Plowshares is going to make me sad, but let's for a moment not think that we are. Okay, so probably Sneak Show, or I could still be Storm. Tell you what though, we are going to go ahead next turn and play Arbiter now that they're tapped out, so they can't force, and then we're going to Ghost Quarter them. Let's attack first. Right. Alright. Let's play out this cat here. And I'm going to Ghost Quarter the island, because if we draw Wasteland, we want to be able to waste that volcanic. Let's have 6. And so what are they doing here? City of Traders, sure. I guess not show until Rainstorm, right? Alright, so I guess like we need to work out if we want to port the volcanic or the city, and it's not particularly clear to me. Because if we port the Volk, then they can't cast anything, really, because they don't have any colorless only spells. But if they then draw land, but then they have to lose the city. So I actually like porting the volcanic. I guess it's probably the same at this point. And let's play the Stoneforge here. Oh, actually, no, let's not play the Stoneforge. Never mind. Then we can port. We should have played the Mother of Runes, though. But never mind. Okay, so they concede. So the City of Traders means this is Show and Tell and not Storm. So let's bring in If it's straight up sneak show, we are pretty well set up in the main deck. Let's bring in the Containment Priest just the same. Let's see how much we are going to bring out before we start worrying about like Aethersworn Canonist, which really isn't that great. Hang on. Yeah, I brought in the Disenchant. We want Disenchant for sneak attack, but also like Pithing Needle, Blood Moon, I guess. Let's dump these Swords to Plowshares. And then I guess 2 Canonists. Is that what we want to, where we want to be at? Or like a Canonist and another Mirran Crusader, just because we want to be beating up. Canonist, I mean, if it's Omniscience, if it might actually be Blue-Red Omnisneak that I played a bit myself. In that case, we definitely want Canonist, but if it's not, if it doesn't have Omniscience, then Canonist is somewhat meh. We have a bit of sort of not that great cards, like the Stoneforge package here is not great, but yeah, well, we'll see. Alright, this seems like a keepable hand. We're a bit soft to Force of Will or a Spell Pierce on that Aether Vial, but that doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't actually. We're a little bit soft to just like fast show and tell, which we might be getting here. Jeez. Well, okay. I mean, sometimes they have it, right? We need Caracas for this to not kill us. Okay, so what do we show in here? Do we hope it's Omniscience? Then Thalia is like. It's good if it's Cunning Wish that they're winning through. I think the only other sensible thing would be like Batterskull, but yeah, no. Alright, let's show Thalia. Okay. Not great for us. So we need to like draw a Caracas like ASAP. Oh, yes. That's the second time in this league that's happened. Might not win us the game, though, because they'll get, like, tons of redraws. But, let's bounce Ye Olde Gristlebrand, see how many cards they draw. Yep. They shouldn't draw anymore, because we're going to beat them down for 2, and then the Ancient Tomb is off. Okay, yeah, they saw that. Wow, that was really lucky. But I mean, I have 3 in the deck, and they had their Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Show and Tell, something to show in 4-card combo in their opening hand, so I don't really feel too bad for them. We could have just as easily just had the Caracas. So now what? Can't cast Blood Moon. Pyroclasm, sure, okay. So where do we want to go from here, though, is the question. Do we want to go Aether Vial, or do we want to go Leonin Arbiter? That's a good question, right? So they need to have Blood Moon here, really, I think, to effectively put a wrench in our gears. So it's like we cast Aether Vial or we cast Arbiter. I don't think casting Stoneforge is going to do anything. The Aether Vial is just getting worse and worse the longer the game goes on, but this is not really a Aether Vial kind of matchup. Anyways, And Arbiter might be the difference between like getting Blood Moon next turn and not if their only other land is a fetch land. Oh, never mind. Actually, they have enough mana to just hard cast it. Yeah, I don't know. Arbiter doesn't seem that spectacular. Arbiter stops sneak attack if the only other land is a fetch land. Maybe it's my folly here to tap Caracas down, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think not playing the Aether Isle and actually also just applying some pressure is where we want to be at. They're at 7, and like every spin of that Ancient Tomb is... Yeah, they don't have a lot of play left. They don't shuffle. Okay. Right. Pedal. One more pedal in the sneak attack, then we're going to feel really silly. Oh, okay, never mind. Not sure why you play out the pedal there. I mean, I get playing it out before another Thalia comes down, but like pedal and then ponder just struck me as odd. Again, they don't shuffle. All right. So let's get in here. Let's go Cavern of Souls on Wizard, and then flash in even Mind Sensor. I guess have the ability to do that anyways. Might not matter, but so the question is, do we flash in the Mind Sensor end of turn if nothing else happens? That means switching off their Ancient Tomb. If we don't, just attack with Arbiter next turn, then they're at 3 and they will get to Ancient Tomb once. But that means we're more vulnerable to them having like second Pyroclasm. Good question. And like the Mind Sensor search tax isn't really that great because we have the Arbiter. So I mean, if they had a fetch land, then they would have to pay with Ancient Tomb to use it, and that would effectively kill them. I think I don't cast it here. I think I play out this Aether Isle and just swing. All right. I feel pretty confident that with the Mind Sensor backup here, they are going to lose. But even without that, I feel pretty good. But yeah, we'll see. The Caracas here is great insurance as well. They would need to go show and tell right now and have like, well, I mean, I guess show and tell Omniscience gets us. But I don't see anything else getting us. All right. So I think we're going to show in the Batter Skull here. had Disenchant, then showing in the Battle Scroll would be great if it was Omniscience, because then if they had Emrakul, I mean. Right. So I don't think like this matters. They can sneak something in, we'll bounce it with Caracas, and then they can activate again. Alright. Well, if it's Crystal Brand, they'll get to gain life. Right, okay. Hmm. Do we flash in the Mind Sensor here? Well, if we had played a Mother of Runes instead of the Aether Vial, we could just give pro-black, I guess. I think we saved the Mind Sensor. Ah, that's pretty sweet. That should nail it. I mean, they could have, what's it called? Spell Snare. That's the only thing that counters this now, because they can't use Force of Will. And if they use Spell Snare, then they'll be tapped. So yeah, this locks it up. We can just attack into this Griselbrand. Alright. So we'll bounce with Caracas. So use Petal and activate that, and we will. Okay, you can't do that. Let's go like this. And they would have to have double days to beat us here. Yeah, this is a pretty horrific matchup for them, especially if they're not on the Omniscience plan. Omniscience makes it quite a bit better. But I didn't really get to see if they were, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, alright, great. So 3-1, and I'll be back with the round number 4. Thanks for watching.